Alright, so now we've got our canoe up here on the top of our car, and we're going to tie it down to the roof rack. So we're going to use a trucker's hitch for this, and that's on one side. We're going to tighten it down. The other side, which we're going to start with, you need a fixed loop. So we're going to use a bowline in this case. So I'm going to go around the roof rack here. Going to make my bite without falling down from the car. Go up, around, and back down through. Tighten that. So now I have this fixed loop here that'll gonna go over, and then we'll tighten it on the other side. Now that we have our fixed loop, in this case we have bowline on the other side, we have to secure this and tighten it down. So the first step in this is doing a slip knot. So that's just going to be making a loop and then bringing the loose end through that loop. Just like that. So this can be adjusted and go in and out if I want to. And the nice thing with this knot is that if there's nothing in it and I want to be done with the knot, I pull it and it goes away. So one more time, we're going to make a loop, bring the loose end through, and tighten it down. Now we have that. I'm going to put this much farther up here, so that way I have room to tighten. So I have my loop up here. Now with the loose end, I'm going to go around the roof rack again. I'm going to go through that loop I just made. I'm going to pull down, and at this point, I'm pulling really hard. I can put a lot of force on this and really tighten this straight down to the roof rack. So I do that, give myself a little room to make my second part of the knot, which I'm going to do a taut line hitch. So in here, I'm going to cross. I'm going to do 2 half hitches on the inside of that loop. There. Okay? And then I'm going to cross back over and do another half hitch the opposite way on the outside of that loop and go back through itself. So now this is an adjustable loop, and this part really makes it so I can torque on this. So I'm going to pull, take out the slack, and then adjust this taut line. And now that part is not going to go anywhere. So off camera we'll repeat this on the back rack here. So now that we have the 2 roof racks all tied down, we now have to make sure that the back and the front of the boat are attached to the back and the front of the car. So on this Jeep here, it's pretty easy because we have these nice tow hooks, but you just have to find something solid that's not an axle or anything like that under your car that's going to hold down the back of the boat. So I'll start off here. I'll start off with the 2 half hitches on this one. Any knot will work as long as it's a static knot like a bowline. So I'll just tie this off here. Alright, and now we're going to go through, either if we have a handle here we can go through that, or I'm going to go through a thwart. I'll come down the other side, and then I will go through this other tow hook here. And so I'll do another quick trucker's hitch. So again, loop, through the loop, bring this through, and I can tighten it down once I get this knot out of here. Tighten her down, and now we'll do a taut line again here. So again, twice on the inside, once, twice, and then once the other way through the outside. Again, just going to tighten it down and adjust my taut line. So now that we have the 2 roof racks and then the back tied down, at this point we tie down the front. We don't want to tie down the front before everything else because we have a 95 Cherokee. This one is a little older, a little newer I should say. But we have a 95 Cherokee that has a dent in the front of the hood from tying down the front first because the whole canoe will go smash into the front. So learn from our mistakes, you don't have to make the mistake yourself, and tie down the front last.